After you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts. Anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are very
too small.
Minister, let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost
Rufai, let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not.
What your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see. If you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right? So my question still persists. As regards the cost per kilometer, you cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
I won't keep quiet for you to damage information.
Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not
do that with me. I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point,
because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
you don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay,
you don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
Tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor UMAHI, Minister. I didn't know. So please,
I'm professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So second,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me,
you have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask.
So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop.
Okay. Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me speak. The other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one.
And I expect my friend like Rufai not to, defy the law, and so that he will make heaven alongside with us.
After you had gone to...
Hey, so that Rufai can make heaven along with us. Anyway, you recall that Minister Dave UMAHI once had an interaction sections like this on Arise TV with Arise team. Of course, Rufai was part of the teams, and then one of the questions that Rufai kept insisting that Minister UMAHI should respond to is cost per kilometer. This cost per kilometer has actually been a tongs on Minister UMAHI's body. So Rufai kept asking these questions. Give us cost per kilometer on what you are spent so far. And that question actually does not resonate very well with Minister UMAHI. And I could still remember that Rufai, on the other hand, came under attack on comment sections regarding these questions and the way he went about it. A lot of persons have said that Rufai is being toxic, while some other persons have said that Rufai is being professional and is doing his job diligently. Asking for cost for per kilometer is not a very big deal that Minister UMAHI cannot respond to. And now again, this same opportunity arises again, and Rufai has also brought up these same questions, asking Minister UMAHI to give cost per kilometer, just so that we can be certain, because of the huge amount of money that was pumped into this project. But on the other hand, Minister UMAHI trying to explain that giving Rufai cost per kilometer, then so that Rufai can go back and then do a multiplication of what it according to Minister UMAHI, he said that is nonsense. I mean, arrant nonsense. Why would Rufai be making such a request, something that is never done? I could still recall that the last time Minister UMAHI was trying to explain something like this, he said something. You said yes, that cost per kilometer differs, that every kilometer differs at some point, that what you get within this kilometer could not be what you get because of the landscape and the soil, texture, and everything differs. And too many persons also find reasons to add to that, while other persons are still insisting that even at that, for transparency's sake, we can still give cost at every kilometer. Okay, at this point in time, this is what we spent here. At this point, this is what we spent here. While other persons are arguing that every engineer, even the foreign engineers that are working on the site, that they charge per kilometer. They don't just look at the whole kilometer and then give you a cost. That them, I mean the engineers, they charge per kilometer, to work. And then when they get to this kilometer, they first of all go around and then see every kilometer is not the same thing. So this question of cost per kilometer and no cost per kilometer has been a very, very huge argument between Rufai and Minister Dave Umahi. So at the end of the day, I think Minister Dave Umahi made one or two statements as regarding the question Rufai was asking, why they were trying to inaugurate, a new 100-kilometer again, to in addition to the project, and that is what Rufai has to bring up this time, and it triggers Minister Umahi. That has been the bone of contention. So you that you are watching this, what do you think? Is Rufai correct? Is it right to ask for cost per kilometer, or is he just being too overzealous? Is he doing this job? Is he being too strict on this job? I mean, a lot of persons that applauded Rufai. Of course, you have fans. On the way he does his interview, being empirical and being factual. He like to say what it is and the way it is without expecting any brand envelope from anybody or from anywhere. The Rufai does not expect brand envelope. He does his job just the way it ought to be, while other people are